Welcome to a world where human curiosity knows no bounds, a world of fascinating and sometimes bizarre scientific experiments. Imagine a realm where the incredible becomes routine, where scientists push the boundaries of what's possible, daring to dream the seemingly impossible dream. They fuse, clone, and even conjoin animal embryos, producing outcomes that are as strange as they are intriguing. From hybrid creatures born from the fusion of different species to cloning endeavors that boggle the mind, these experiments are a testament to the audacious spirit of scientific exploration. So buckle up as we dive into the top 10 weirdest experiments ever conducted with animal embryos. Our journey begins in the early 20th century, a time when science was starting to push the boundaries of what was possible. This era marked the advent of audacious experiments that aimed to create hybrid animals. Scientists, driven by curiosity and the thirst for breakthroughs, began to fuse different animal embryos together. The results, often surprising. Imagine a world where a rabbit could carry the embryo of a sheep, all for the purpose of transportation. Or picture an experiment where turtle and duck embryos were mixed, resulting in hatchlings with small traces of the second species. These peculiar examples highlight just a fraction of the early experiments conducted in the realm of animal embryos. In some instances, the body rejected the foreign tissue, leading to the unfortunate demise of the creatures. In others, the results were short-lived, but each attempt was a stepping stone in the evolution of scientific exploration. The fusion of panda and rabbit cells, the impregnation of a cat with these embryos, these were all ambitious attempts that pushed the envelope of what was thought possible. While these early experiments may seem strange to us today, they paved the way for the even more bizarre ventures to come. As science progressed, so did the audacity of the experiments. Welcome to the mid-century madness. In this era, scientists began to dabble in the complex process of cloning animals and creating conjoined embryos. They were driven by curiosity, a desire to push the boundaries of science, and a quest to understand the mysteries of life. One such experiment involved the cloning of rabbits. This wasn't a simple process. It required multiple rabbits, one to provide the DNA, another to offer an egg, and a third to serve as a surrogate mother. But challenges abounded. The body often rejected the foreign tissue, and the cloned offspring didn't always survive. Even more audacious were the attempts to clone endangered species. Scientists tried to use non-endangered species to provide eggs and wombs. They fused panda and rabbit cells in one experiment, but transferring the embryos to rabbits proved unsuccessful. In a desperate attempt, the embryos were implanted into a cat, but tragically, the cat died before giving birth. In another instance, scientists created conjoined embryos by fusing frog embryos of different species. These mismatched pairs, however, did not survive. Turtle and duck embryos were also mixed, resulting in hatchlings with small traces of the second species. And let's not forget the transportation experiment from the 1960s, where sheep embryos were transferred to rabbits' fallopian tubes. The rabbits, unfortunately, were killed after the embryos were removed. These mid-century experiments pushed the boundaries of what was deemed possible and paved the way for the even stranger experiments of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Fast forward to the present day, where scientific advancements have led to some truly mind-boggling experiments. The latest forays into the world of animal embryos have seen attempts at cloning endangered species using non-endangered counterparts. Picture this: a panda cell and a rabbit cell fused together in a daring experiment. Although unsuccessful in transferring the embryos to rabbits, the audacity of the attempt speaks volumes about the length scientists are willing to go to preserve our planet's biodiversity. Then there's the creation of embryos with mixed instincts. Scientists have been fusing embryos of different species together, creating creatures that bear traces of two distinct animals. Imagine a hatchling that carries both the genes of a turtle and a duck. While these experiments are often short-lived due to the body rejecting foreign tissues, they nonetheless open up a world of possibilities for understanding genetics and instinctual behavior. These modern marvels of science are not without controversy, though. Ethical debates continue to swirl around these experiments as questions about the sanctity of life and the limits of scientific exploration come to the fore. Are we playing God, or simply using the tools at our disposal to better understand the world around us? While these experiments might seem weird or even unsettling, They represent the cutting edge of scientific exploration. The world of scientific experiments is indeed a strange and fascinating one. We've journeyed through the annals of scientific history, from early ventures into hybrid animals to the mid-century madness of cloning and conjoined embryos. We've even glimpsed into the modern marvels of the latest, weirdest experiments. Each endeavor, no matter how peculiar, represents a step forward in our understanding of life's complexities. If you've enjoyed this journey into the bizarre world of animal embryo experiments, be sure to subscribe to Unbelievable Top 10 for more fascinating content.